All right, so Coach, how's practice gone the past couple weeks since Kansas here?
Well, good. I think what we initially wanted to do the first week after the Kansas game was polish up what we didn't do very good. Number one, our punting game. We didn't punt very well, we didn't snap very well, and we didn't cover very well. So we put a lot of emphasis on punt and cover and getting our snaps right and getting a guy in there that is fresh to snap. And then when we hit the ball, follow through, give us some hang time so we could get down and cover. Put a lot of teeth into that, and I think that'll help going forward. And then, and I think the other thing that we've done is we're looking at polishing up our passing game a little bit and finding some passes that we can hit with a high percentage completion rate and that dovetail in with the rest of things we're doing on offense. And so those are the things we've emphasized offensively. Defensively, we're coming up to the Northern Arizona game this Saturday. They have one of the greatest running backs in all the nation at our level. His name is Zach Bowman. He's just became the all-time leading rusher in the history of Northern Arizona, Lumberjack history of football. And they've had some good running backs. And so we've really tried to focus on staying solid with our pursuit angles so we can corral Zach and not let him. He's pretty famous for sprinting around one end and then planting and cutting back all the way to the other side of the field and making big plays. And we really have to stay on our pursuit angles and rally from every position to hold this guy down.
All right, and what's the biggest thing you guys took from the Kansas game? What's the biggest area of growth you have seen from the Kansas game going into this week?
Well, I think on offense, we feel like we rushed the ball 220 yards on a Big 12 opponent. That's not a record, but it's good rushing, and we averaged at 5 yards a carry. So we think this is something that we can build on, and we're going to work hard on building even a better running game, but coming off of it with some play-action passes and those type of things. So build on that. On defense, we played in streaks. Late in the game, I think we got a little tired. I think that we have 27 freshmen on the travel squad. Our depth might not be as strong as it will be in the future, but we need to finish on defense and continue building on what we do well, and that is stopping the run. We've been very successful at that most of the time, and build on that. And we've held up really good in the passing game. So, and I said in punting, we've got to, in the special teams, really put some emphasis on our punting game.
All right, and you guys had a week off. You guys didn't go into the week off with a lot of injuries, but does the week off help here, healing up maybe those nicks and dings here?
No kidding. The week off does help your team catch a cleansing breath, if you will. And we did get back a couple guys. Zeke Lewis had hurt his shoulder in camp. His shoulder is now good to go, and he's a guy that was California, the Oklahoma Player of the Year, his senior year in high school. He is a safety type guy and a really good special teams player. Look for Zeke Lewis to make some good plays for the Yotes in the upcoming games. And then Corey Kilgore was a highly touted running back out of the Kansas City area and chose our school and came in and showed brilliant speed and quickness and a burst, and hurt his knee in fall camp, and we thought he was done for the season, but don't look now. It was only a sprain and not a tear, and he's built his knee back up, and he will make the trip to NAU and help us with our depth at running back.
Right. Real quick, I know you coached at Montana. You've probably seen NAU a lot. How is this team that you're going to see similar from the teams that you've seen in the past, or are they not similar at all?
Well, they're a team that they've built their offense around a great running game. With Zach Bowman, you have to do that. They have Arizona was too much for them in the first game. I think 135-0. They shut down Zach Bowman and just had too much horsepower for him. They're pretty young on offense, but I think they've got to try and use him and get him going. Cal Davis then in the next game held him under 100 yards, and I'm sure that they're down there right now trying to figure a way to run the football on the University of South Dakota. So we're really going to have to shore up our front seven, front eight, and make sure that we get some guys too. You won't tackle him very often by yourself. He's got a really great low center of gravity, great speed, good burst, good cutback ability. We're going to really have to really gang tackle him and come from all angles and keep rallying until we got him down. That is probably the most important thing we can do in this game, is trying to hold Bowman under a collegiate record game. We've got to stop him and then figure out how to stop the rest of them.
All right, anything else you want to add?
No, that's great.
All right, awesome.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.